I'm so excited to share this with you. This is the meat of what I would like to get to over those 3 videos. I highly recommend watching the other 2 videos. They will perfectly explain the message I'm trying to get across, but this is the meat. To be very fast, everyone needs to know that we have choice, and that includes people who don't believe in God. Regardless, you're going to be choosing either God or Satan, whether or not you believe in that. And what I would like to share, it has to do with the fact that we are creators. And by the way, the way that we get closer to God is through vulnerability, which is also known as humility, which is also known as the atonement. And through the atonement, you can reach God. And we're all in the same boat. We're all struggling together, and it's when you reach for that higher light that you will be given the answers that you need for your heart to heal. Um, so what I would like to describe today is how this we are many creators. This represents one of us. This is Satan's power over us. This is God's, and it can be all different levels. We're all at different levels, right? And the reason I included so much of Satan's power within this person is because there are so many things that tie us to Satan, that keep us from God, because that's Satan's number one goal, is to keep us from God. And he's very subtle. He's so good at it. He's very intelligent. He's very subtle. And, like I said, even if you don't believe in God or Satan, this is happening. These are self-serving thoughts, values, and actions. These have to do with things of the world. And that's not God. God is about unity. He's about peace. He's about love. He's about sharing what we have with others so that other people don't hurt. He's not about taking advantage of other people, all that kind of stuff. So please watch my other videos if you'd like to know more. What I'd like to talk about today is the law of attraction. The law of attraction, if you know what that is, basically means that what you put out, the thoughts that you put out, will manifest to you, right? If you've ever watched The Secret, that is a really amazing show, but there are certain things that are lacking. So what I'd like to teach you about that is that the law of attraction is a law. It's real. It is actually a law, a spiritual law. But it's one of the lower levels of knowing. So if you're watching this video, you're ready for that higher level, and that's really amazing. So what it means is that the law of attraction is kind of more of a worldly level, right? And I'm going to teach you 2 more steps that bring it a little bit higher, because God has taught me these steps. So I'm grateful that I get to share with you. So we manifest. We get to choose. We choose darkness or self-serving, or we choose the light, which is unity and goodness for all mankind, right? So the higher law is that it's actually not just saying, I want a car, I want a house, I want a boyfriend, or whatever. That is true. You can manifest that. You have the power of choice. But that it is actually God that you're asking for. So if the law of attraction has never worked for you, it's because you don't know these higher laws, and also because you have to build faith. And you can build faith through God, and you also have the choice to build faith through Satan. Satan has power, and that is a reality, and he also has a lot of information that we don't even know most times. So if you build faith with Satan, he'll also show you stuff. but he's a manipulator, and he also is false. He'll show you things, but he can only go so far, because he's not unlimited like our creator. Our creator is awesome and unlimited. And so the other thing is that I believe is that we're also creators. We're creators. We were given the power of choice. And where are we drawing our spiritual power from? Well, that's our choice. We get to choose. Do we choose God, or do we choose Satan? And this is the part where I find it very interesting that I'd love to share with you. So if this represents you, these are either friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, just people that you're meeting on the street even, but I would say the people that are more connected to you, just because it's put into their mind, it's put into their spirit, okay? So regardless of how far you are on this scale, where Satan is or where God is or whatever, you are creating your reality at all times. So if you want to choose to go to hell, you're going to go to hell. You're going to create that for yourself. And if you want to choose to go to heaven, you're going to create that. And there are different laws, with either one. And that's just the reality of it. But through faith, when you choose God, you will find more and more peace. You will find more and more happiness. And this is also what I wanted to share, what he showed me. So I'm creating my reality, but the people around me are also creators. All right? They are also creators. But then there's the ultimate creator, and then there's a false creator down here. So a creator, but who teaches false doctrine, right? So this is what he told me, is that we not only influence our lives, but we influence the people around us. So that's on a physical level, and more importantly, that's on a spiritual level. So the thoughts that we have for or against other people will hurt or help them. That's how powerful we are. So there's a few reasons why. I'm not saying this is the only reason, but I do want to bring a parable to mind, I believe. So I'm not saying that this is the only reason for the parable, but Jesus says, don't cast your pearls before swine, right? Or, give something to the dogs. Okay, my mind is, I don't remember stuff, so anyway, basically, this is one way that you can look at it. When you have something that the Spirit of the Lord has delivered into your heart, and you know that it's true, and the Spirit says, don't say this, don't talk to other people. It's still a learning process, and I know it's hard, and you can choose, even though you're not thinking that it's really choosing Satan or whatever, but because it turns you from God just a little bit, even though you're talking about good things, you can lose some of that power that you've been given through God. And so God has infinite power, and he can lift you up. He can lift you up like you wouldn't believe. But what happens, especially when the Spirit has told you, because God knows. He knows what's going to happen. He knows the hearts of the people around you. He knows your heart. He knows the plans. He knows what's going to happen. So if he's told you not to tell somebody something, don't tell somebody, because this is what happens, okay? You are speaking these truths, but because you're speaking it to other creators who, like I said, We don't know where they are in their, progression. They're creating things that maybe they're thinking, maybe they don't have the Spirit of the Lord in their lives. Maybe they're thinking, this person doesn't deserve that. But God knows you deserve it. But He told you not to tell somebody. And this is why. Because this person and that person and that person and that person and this person can influence you. And they can do it on a spiritual level. They can influence your life. So the only way to keep that from happening is to listen to the Spirit. To listen to the Spirit, because God has the power to keep those bad things that they're thinking and probably unintentionally sending your way. And the same with you. If you are thinking bad things about other people, I invite you and myself to repent, to ask for forgiveness. And, even if you don't feel like it's actually gotten to the point where it's a sin in your mind, that's fine. But just don't give in to the dark side. Don't give in to Satan, because you are creating a reality for other people. And that's not fair. We should be creating good things for other people. We should hope for good things. We should pray for good things. We should just, anytime that we have, any kind of like mean thought that comes into our head about somebody, we should examine it, ask the Lord, pray to the Lord about it. If you need to forgive them and forgive yourself, do it. Because it will bring you closer to the Lord, and it will help you in your life, and it will help them in their life. And it's all about unity. We're all connected. We're all part of the same family. We're all one. And that's basically what I wanted to teach you about today. Thank you.